Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ipswich Indoor Sports Centre for our live and continuing coverage of the 2023 Junior Indoor Cricket National Championships. I'm Cameron Walter, and with me is Alex Floros, and we've got for you now the under-16 girls preliminary final between Victoria and New South Wales. Alex, good afternoon to you.
Hi, Cameron. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, pleasure. And, well, this should be a cracker. New South Wales and Victoria both finishing with, well, in fact, the top three all finishing with 6 wins, 2 losses. WA have gone straight through to the final by just a single point on 38, and 37 and 36 to New South Wales and Victoria, respectively. They have to fight it out in the prelim final. They've played each other twice, and it's won each on the ledge. The first game, New South Wales batted first, scored 85. Victoria chased it down with 100 runs. The second game, New South Wales batted first again, this time with 131 on the board, and Victoria in reply 88. So it doesn't get much closer than that, ladies and gentlemen, with such a tight top three and a couple of results going either way in the head-to-head. I'll take you through the two lineups, starting with Victoria. They're captained by Rituja Talakar. Joining her, Shivani Narendran, Kashvi Juneja, Samhita Sai Golapudi, Gurveer Padam, Tanya Arul, Manya Gupta and Millie Peshafaraya. The New South Wales side is captained by Bella Stevens. Joining her, Laura Augustine, Amelia Dan, Madison Eddy, Lily Herezchuk, Kayla Robson, Isabella Boyd and Ebony Winston. The umpire for the match is Wayne Thomas, and as you can see on your screen, the New South Wales side will be batting first. I'm told that was by agreement rather than the result of a toss. And it looks as if Tanya Arul is going to bowl the first over of the match. And at the crease is Ebony Winston, and Herezchuk is at the other end, and we're ready to get underway. Start with a leg side, so an easy 2 to get into the game for this New South Wales side. Alex, you talk about how close this has been. Who's your money on?
Yeah, well, Tanya Arul bowling at the moment had a fantastic week. She bowls genuinely fast outswing with a good off-cutter as well. She's taken heaps of wickets all week. I know against the ACT she took 5 for -20 or something along those lines, so she's had a really, really good week. I think Vic will be looking to her to get some early wickets here.
What sort of a score do you think New South Wales, well, either side, you know, what's par?
Well, I think for a final, as everyone knows, runs on the board is always good. I think 80, you're going to need a little bit more than 80. I think 100 is definitely enough. But with the New South Wales bowling attack, I think they can defend anything from 80.
Okay, so there's 2 dot balls early in this innings. In indoor cricket, 2 consecutive dot balls means the next ball is what we call third ball, and the score has to change. Gee, she's tough to get away, and off the legs they'll get through for a single. 1 ball remains. Oh, they thought about a run, thought better of it in the end, and 5 runs off the first over in what is a fairly even contest. Both sides taking something out of that over. I've got to tell you, it looked to me like Arul was quite upset she didn't get a wicket there. She wants it.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of only a few overs that she hasn't taken a wicket this tournament. I think New South Wales will be very happy to take 5 off that without losing a wicket.
So again, WA have gone straight through to the final, which will be taking place tomorrow. This is the sudden death prelim final. The winner will advance to that match against WA. It's an opportunity there, direct hit, and it's out off the first ball of the second over. Millie Peshavaraya created an opportunity there, and the field makes no mistake. Just nice and tidy early there, Alex.
Victoria have been really good all week in the front court, and I think direct hits is always a good way to go, and they've been really clean in the front court, getting the ball in the stump. That's what we need to do in final.
So you've been serving as the assistant coach for the ACT 16 girls. Just watch this delivery. Straight back down the pitch for a single. Just how tight has the comp been? What's the competition been like throughout the week?
Yeah, it's been very, very tight and really good to see a lot of young female cricketers in the indoor scene and playing really well. I think for the ACT, we've had 3 games that have been decided in the last over, which is awesome. Unfortunately, we haven't been on the right end of that, but that's cricket, that's indoor cricket especially. And seeing all the other teams, I mean, going into Thursday, the last day of the round games, where 4 teams can still make finals, that's awesome to see. That's what you want in a tournament.
Speaking of what you want in a tournament, it would be remiss of me not to mention the fact that recently regained your status as national champion with the ACT men's side grabbing a victory last week.
Yes, it was a really good week here at Ipswich as well. We had a good week. We worked really hard, the ACT Rockets, and it was good to, after last year we just missed out in the last few overs, so to come back this year stronger, better and hungrier, it was good to get that title and take it back to the ACT.
So 3 runs off that over with the wicket off the first ball, and it's going to be Kashfi Janeja, who's going to bowl the 3rd over now with 8 runs on the board for New South Wales. Tucked away through square leg for 2. That ball obviously not coming out of the hand right. It'll be no ball. Just looking at the New South Wales batting lineup statistically. Just see this ball. Oh, she fell over. Still manages to get there. Plenty of solid bats in this side. You know, we've got a number of batters that have posted over 100 for the tournament. So strong batting lineup.
They certainly are, yeah. All New South Wales teams are usually really strong with the bat, and this outfit is no different. They hit the ball hard, and if you don't bowl a good ball, they're going to punish you, and I think that's what you need to do in indoor cricket. When you bowl a good ball, they're just getting behind it, not trying to do too much with it, and then if you do stray away from where you want, they're taking advantage.
No, there's a little bit of confusion there. It'll be a dot ball. And on the other side of the ledger, you already mentioned a rule, 12 wickets to her name prior to this game. Talaka is another bowler in the double figures. They've grabbed 10 wickets, so bit of firepower with the ball as well, Victoria. So it should be a good contest.
Yeah, definitely. The Victorian team have been really good with their planning and how they're very attacking when they bowl, and it seemed to pay off for them this week. So I think they will look to do the same thing, and New South just need to kind of keep those good balls out and do what they've been doing all week and just punish those bad ones.
So it brings the over to an end. And 8 runs from it, so a better one there for New South Wales. They've moved now to 16, and Shivani Narendran will bowl the 4th over.
This will be a very good over. I think Victoria have gone to one of their gun bowlers. Bowls left arm, good pace. Been taking wickets all week, so I think this will be a good test for New South Wales here. And I think Victoria are going to look to try and get a wicket to get this skin under 16.
Starts well with the dots. Yeah, right in at the legs. They scamper through for a single. Oh, that's well played. It's driven, it's flat, but right on the edge of the V and finds the net in the back court for 3. They move to 20. Handy runs. And again, just punched at it in the back court, but it just finds that side net in the back court. I think, yes, it has. It has gone down in the book as 3 runs. I'll be loving 6 runs off 2 balls there, New South Wales. Oh, and a suicidal run. Straight back down the pitch, and they just took off. Victoria are not going to miss those. Questionable decision late in this batting pair, Alex.
Yes, I think New South Wales did all the hard work. You know, they've been bowling well and they've just been getting it out, and unfortunately that's, questionable decision to run that ball, and Victoria have taken advantage.
Final ball of the partnership now. And they grab 2 to finish, so they still post 20 for the first partnership here in the first innings. This is the under-16 girls preliminary final with a spot in tomorrow's grand final against WA on the line. Today it is Victoria up against New South Wales, and we're live from the Ipswich Indoor Sports Centre. If you've just joined us, I'm Cameron Walter, and with me Alex Floris. What do you make of that start?
I think it's very even. 20, if you're batting first, I think you're happy with 20. Victoria went all out with their bowling attack, and New South Wales lost a few wickets, but they still batted quite well and hit 20. I think both teams will be happy with that start. This will be a very interesting game. This could be a game changer, this one. Both these girls hit the ball very hard, and they've had games where they've hit 40s and games where they've hit 10s, so we'll see how they go. I think both very good batters, but Victoria are a good bowling lineup, and they've fielded really well, so this will be a good contest.
So Robson and Boyd it is. Golapudi the bowler. And we're back underway. Oh, it's up, dropped, and both batters at one end, a chance at the keeper's end. The ball had a little bit of everything. The bowler can't believe it. She's put it down, a return catch. At least had the presence of mind to take the sticks as well, but both batters up this end, Alex.
Oh, a missed opportunity there from Victoria. I think New South got away with one there, so they just need to take advantage of that and get their calling a little bit better than that.
See, up, down. Robson was part of the under-22 women last week. Doesn't mind hitting a ball.
Yeah, very good cricketer. Hits the ball very hard. I think if she just tries to hit it hard along the ground to the corners, I think that's where she'll score most of her runs.
There's a chance there, but it falls safe. Finds net, one to come. Well, that brings the over to an end with a dot ball, but 9 runs from it. Not a bad start again for New South Wales.
Yeah, I think Victoria will be a bit disappointed they missed that chance, especially first ball of a skin. That's where you can really make a statement. So New South Wales have got away with that and then really taken advantage. 9 off the first is very good for them.
Yeah, indeed. So just the 2 wickets have fallen so far, one of which was an absolute gift. And Gupta will bowl over number 6. Here we go. Robson chases that one down leg side, but it is a leg side. A little straighter, played to the onside for 2. We must have just snuck inside the line. And, looks like that's a good call there from the umpire. Oh, and the run out. A big wicket there for Victoria. Tidy piece of fielding there in the front court to affect the run out.
It's very good bowling as well. I think that's kind of the plan, getting over on the legs and them hitting flat. Narul's been fantastic there all week. Done exactly what she's done every other game. Get the ball in the hands clean and hit the stumps. Great wicket for Victoria.
Good for a single there. And the final ball of the over. No runs from it so far thanks to that wicket. And that's the way it will stay. So the pair remains on 9. The score remains on 29. An interesting little contest unfolding here, folks, in the under-16 girls prelim final. Said 80 would be at a score you think that New South Wales can defend. They're certainly still well and truly within striking distance of that.
Definitely. I think these batters just need to keep working hard and just wait for that bad ball that they can put away. Victoria bowling really well and they're still on 9. So I think it's very even at the moment. 1 over could really change this game here.
Oh, it's good placement in there from Robson. I thought she was going to run down the wicket and try and send that into the back court, but she thought better of it and just guided it into that offside free net. Oh, it's through. A misfield. They get another 3.
Good start to this over. I think New South Wales really just need to be happy with 6 off the first 2. It's really good for them, and not try and do too much. And Victoria just need to try and tighten it up a little bit and use those 2 fielders on the leg side. And that ball looks like it's gone out of the net. She's hit it too hard through the...
Yeah, that happens. That happens. Of course, the nets here, well, they've been okay. I haven't seen too many leave the court, so it's a rare occasion. But it does mean we'll have that again. Not sure. A little bit of a false start. Take 2. Robson does well to get some batter on it. Here's a single. Well done to keep it off the net. Again, just sort of not exactly the most authoritative drives on that side, but they're just punching it into that, right on the edge of the V, into that side net for 3.
Yeah, they're placing the ball really well. They're giving themselves a little bit of room. As you can see, they're trying to bowl tight at the legs, but they're giving themselves some room and just hitting through the ball. That has gone through the legs of 2 fielders there and to the back net for 5. Huge over so far for New South Wales. Turned a wide into a single. Speaking of huge overs, 16 runs from it, which after getting 0 off the second, they will be very happy with. They've progressed their partnership now to 25 and looking strong here, New South Wales. Perhaps on track for 3 figures, 100 run total. Definitely. I think that's what you need to do when you're playing against a good lineup, is when they bowl good balls, it's just getting behind it. And the second over was a good over. The third over was still a good over. They had a bit of luck, they made their own luck and gave themselves room and picked the gaps where they need to. So very good batting from New South Wales. Here's Talakar, another one of the strike bowlers for Victoria. 2 runs off his first delivery. Driven just off hands, it'll be a single. Half a shout there, but Robson well and truly home. I'm interested to know the plan this over compared to last over. Last over they had 2 on the offside, and this over now, 2 on the leg side. This over now they've got 2 on the offside, and it looks like maybe those overs could have been switched through those fielding positions, but we'll see what the rest of the over holds.
It holds a back net shot from Robson. Is there to hit. She's not going to miss out. 4 runs. Two balls remain. There's another 2. It's time to Boyd. How have you found the sort of field strategy and ability to bowl to those fields in the 16 girls comp throughout the week?
Yeah, so I think depending on who you're bowling to, definitely that always comes into effect. I think setting depending on what you're trying to bowl, but I think for the 16 girls ACT team, what we're trying to do is bowl quite full and try and hit the stumps, and then setting a straighter field. Again, that depends on who's bowling, what they can bowl, but I think just having a good plan, because you don't want to be setting a field to bad bowling. So I think for us it was more, if we want to bowl at the legs, we're going to have 2 on the legs, and if it goes to the offside, that's not where we wanted to bowl, so we're not going to put fielders there. So that was our plan. I know every team has their own kind of plan and strategy depending on who's bowling, but for us it was more set a straight field to try and target the stumps, and if we bowl short, well, we can't really set a field for that. So, and playing on these courts, because they are a bit skinnier from what I've played on, and especially coming from Casey last year, which was big court, like bigger than anything I've got in Canberra as well, and anything I've really played on, and then coming here and it's skinny, so I think letting them hit the ball into the nets and then it's shooting out a lot more.
Yeah.
So
merit in a straight field.
Definitely, yeah.
So that second partnership finished with a massive 36 runs, and Laura Augustine and Amelia Dan at the crease now, with Golapudi looking to bowl her second over. 56 on the board for New South Wales, looking strong. We're back in action. Off hands, but it'll be a single. Runs backward of square. And these two both away.
I think as we just spoke about as well, that field setting, if we're going to bowl at the legs, so Victoria going to bowl at the legs, I think setting that field is a good idea. As I say that, they edge run to the offside, but I think that's still an edge. So I think they're still setting the right field here. If they're going to be bowling at the legs, is having 2 people there. So if they do bowl where they want to, they're not just going to get an easy single.
Yeah, into that crowded square leg region off the legs. Your dot.
I think just having someone there as well just puts doubt in the field, in the batter's mind. So if there's no one there, that's probably an easy run, and the non-striker's always going to call yes. Having that person there, even if they don't pick it up clean.
Sent to the back court. It's kept off the net, and a good piece of fielding with a shy at the stumps. A hit would have been out. It is wide. Finds the net for 2, brings the over to an end. Another good one for New South Wales, 7 runs from it. If put yourself in the Victorian camp now, Alex. You've bowled some of your best bowlers. The wickets haven't been flowing. New South Wales have made their way to 63 with, 7 overs still to come. What do you change? Do you change anything? What's the message to the players?
I think the message to the players is just trust the process and trust the plan that they've got. I think if you try and search for wickets at this point, is where you're going to start bowling bad balls or misfielding because you're trying too hard. So I think my message would be trust the process, trust the plan, and let's just try and get the ball in the hand and hit the stumps when we're fielding.
Here's Padham.
I think Victoria are only 1 wicket away to getting on a bit of a roll here. That's what they've done all week there. Once they get a wicket, they usually continue getting them. So I think if they get a wicket, bowling to their plan will be good. I think the wickets they've got so far have kind of been gifted to them. So I think if they actually take a wicket, bowling to their plan and doing what they need to do, it'll be a big confidence booster for them.
Well, there it is. A wicket falls. A one-handed catch there in the front court. Just hit high on the bat, and that's a much-needed wicket for Victoria. New South Wales were, well, shaping up for a really strong total there, and could this be the start of a bit of a roll, to your point, Alex?
I think so. I think that's exactly what they needed in the second over of this batting pair. Only on 4, I think this is where they can kind of take advantage and see if they can get another wicket in this over, or if not, definitely the next one.
They managed to get it through that two-person field there in the front court and find the net for 2.
I don't think Victoria will be too unhappy about that. At least they're bowling where they want to. And I think they're not far away from a fielder picking that up and throwing down the stumps.
Use of the feet. It's high into the side net in the back court. Falls safe. 3 runs. New South Wales aren't afraid of playing their shots. Again, high on the bat, into the side net and taken. 2 wickets in 4 balls. You called it, Alex. They get 1, they normally get a couple. And 2 much-needed wickets for Victoria, who, well, it's the longest post-wicket mid-pitch conference I've seen that hasn't occurred at the end of an over. They'd want to get a wriggle on. But important wicket there.
Definitely. I think this is where I think the Victorian plan might change a little bit with who they're going to bowl next. I think they might try and really get on top of this pair now they've got 2 wickets and keep them back to 4. But we'll see what happens. Great bowling.
Yeah. That over giving Arul plenty to do down there in the front court, including taking 2 catches. -2 off the over. That's what the Vics needed. 61 on the board with 6 overs remaining here in the under-16 girls prelim final, the first innings. So Gupta will be bowling the 11th. Got a wicket in the first over. And Victoria going on the attack. Through the gap, 2.
Once again, I don't think Victoria will be too unhappy with that shot. I think the difference between this batting pair and the previous batting pairs is they're making New South Wales hit to one side of the court, which means they can actually set a field to that, and they're expecting the ball there.
Bowler getting in the way of the fielder then. Got the sense Golapudi wanted to throw down the stumps, but bowler's in the way. Hit with some power. You don't want to be in the front court when they're coming back like that. Oh, it's a direct hit and out. Another wicket. They're getting on a roll here, the Victorians. And all of a sudden, what was looking like 100 plus might only be somewhere around 80 or 90.
Another great piece of fielding from Arul in the front court. As I said, she's done that continually all week. This isn't a fluke today. She's continually done that. And great bowling from Victoria, getting her in the field.
Gee, that's hit with some power. That just really is enough to put you on the back foot when you're fielding in the front court there.
Yeah, I think I'd rather be sitting here than fielding in the front court when someone's hitting the ball like that.
Absolutely right. Final ball to the over. Another opportunity here. Just falls away from the hands. Brings the over 2 and then 4 runs from it. Another good one for Victoria. This pair will find themselves on 9 runs with an over to come, and I always say, Alex, it's the premiership quarter, the third partnership in any innings. And this could be make or break for both sides here. Victoria well and truly on top of this pair. They can have another good over in this pair, single digits or around about 10. That's a good victory. But if this pair can get their way back to 20, well, the effort is almost wasted.
Definitely. I think as well, even if they can get to, say, 15 or around that, it's a big win for New South Wales. I think Victoria have been on top of this third pair. So if New South can get away with 15, that's a big momentum boost for them.
Another chance for a rule. Can't hit this time. And New South Wales grabbed 2. Pesha Varaya, the bowler, grabbed a wicket in her first over. This is her second. Oh, use of the feet. Moved way down leg side so she could play it straight and smacked it into the backcourt for 7 runs. What a shot. Well, you can forget about 15. They're back to 18. Looking
Huge,
at 20
mate.
plus.
That is a massive shot. High risk, but high reward.
Oh, I see. Now they get to 20. And that's just a huge psychological victory for New South if they manage to stay there, given they've lost, 3 wickets in this partnership and are still post 20 plus. That stings. Oh, gee. Well, they've gone from right on top of this pair to struggling here. That leg side gives them the runs and an extra delivery. Oh, it's up. Oh, did it carry? Looked to me like it carried. Oh, so it's 2 runs in the book. 1 ball remains now in this premiership quarter. Oh, and it's 4 runs off the last ball. That is an absolutely huge over for New South Wales. They've taken 21 runs off that over. They were on 9. They've got 30. You talk about premiership quarter. That is a huge psychological victory for them. They're under the pump and they still grab 30 runs. New South Wales well and truly back on track here in the under-16 girls prelim final. How about that batting, Alex?
That is unbelievable, especially to do it in a final and bat like that. That's unbelievable. That's a huge momentum shift as well. I think Victoria were definitely on top of that third pair for the first 3 overs. And now New South Wales back on top. 86 after 3 skins is massive, but Victoria still have some firepower with the ball, so this will be a very interesting last batting pair.
And Madison Eddy and Bella Stevens have the job of keeping this run going for New South Wales. And do Victoria have an answer? They're going to start with a rule. Just a short break there while the umpire was fixing the camera. Not the umpire, our broadcast team rather. The umpire's waiting, but here's the rule. Gets us back in action. A single to start for Madison Eddy.
Something a rule's been doing during the week is in her second over that she's been bowling, the 13th over, she's been bowling a bit more off cutters. And she's been doing extremely well with them, so we'll see how this over goes. As you can see there, another off cutter. Great bowling.
Yeah, tough to get them away.
Yeah, I think that'll be tough to get away at the open men's level. That's exactly where you want it. So third ball opportunity here, this would be huge.
Oh, got the pitching wedge out and riding a bit of luck. It just falls safe there for Stevens. 2 runs. A see off third ball. There's another dot. A little bit of a juggle. Eddie will get through for 2. And despite some quality bowling from Arul, they take 5. And unbelievably, Arul finishes with no wickets for the match. They've seen her off.
New South Wales have done extremely well there. I think that's exactly what their plan would have been coming into this last batting pair. They would have known Arul was going to bowl it. She was probably going to bowl well, which she did. And they just did their job. Got through, hit the ball that was a touch full. And they've got away with 5. So I think, not got away with it, sorry, they batted really well. So I think they'll be extremely happy with that. But Victoria still have some good bowlers to come. So last 3 overs, Victoria going to need to do something here. I think anything triple digits in a final when you've posted that is always hard to chase.
Here's Padham. And of course, the first over from Padham produced 2 wickets. They need them now.
Definitely, I think if Padham's going to be spinning the ball into the right hander, it might be worth having 2 on the leg side for this shot here.
Yeah.
So I think she's bowling quite well there, and I think unfortunately not getting rewarded because there's no fielder there.
And what it also might make the batters do is rather than play it around the corner like that, they'll back away to it, try and play it on the offside. It invites a couple of options for a wicket.
Definitely.
Just snuck inside the line. Fair delivery. Inside the line again. 2 dot balls. Creates a third ball situation here with Victoria desperate for a wicket. If you're going to play a shot like that, that is exactly the arc you want it to follow. It's just over the fingertips of Janeja there on the 3 line and falls short. The fielder's here in the back court, so single. And the last ball now. And more of those runs through that square leg region. And another interesting over 3 dot balls bowled within it, 5 runs from it. So it's a pretty even contest between bat and ball, but importantly for New South Wales, they're still going forward and pressing forward towards 100 plus here.
Yeah, I think Victoria is staying in the contest here. They're not letting New South Wales get away from them. But also, I think they're definitely going to need to take a wicket here or do something just to get moving. This will be a very interesting over here. Big left arm in swingers to the right-hander.
And Narendra in the bowler, here she comes. Not a lot of shape, it stayed out there, full and wide. Interested to see whether that's deliberate or ball just not shaping. It's 2.
I think the good thing for her, because she's bowling left arm and trying to swing it in, even if that doesn't swing, it's still hitting full and wide, which is very hard to hit. So third ball opportunity here, we'll see what happens.
Oh, taken! That is an unbelievable catch. New South Wales have been hitting that very hard. That's straight into the fielder, and she swallowed it. That's a big catch, a big moment, a big wicket for Victoria.
Exactly what Victoria need. I don't think that was the way they thought they were going to get the wicket. But they've worked hard this skin, so I think probably rewarded for what they've been bowling.
Can they keep New South Wales to less than 100? Wide to follow up the wicket. All of the deliveries have been in that area. That one just outside of the line.
Need to adjust just slightly, knowing that it's not swingy. She can just bring it back slightly, because that Fulham wide is not a bad delivery. You see that one not swing again.
Yeah, just short enough for it to be tucked around like that. 2 runs and 1 to come for Narendran. Oh, it's chipped just out of the reach of the receiver here, Talakar, and it spills into the back net for 4 that erases some of the damage done by the wicket. 3 runs, so another positive over for New South Wales, but something to take out of it for Victoria. 6 balls remain in the innings. 99 on the board. The magic 3 figures well and truly within reach here.
Definitely, I think for New South Wales, this is all about momentum this over. I think 99, even 100 is definitely enough, but I think it's all about momentum here. Victoria can get a wicket, it's big momentum for their batting innings, but if New South Wales can keep this out and stay in triple digits, this is going to be massive, big psychological win for them.
Oh, there it is. She comes up with the wicket. Talakar, just an effort to play across the line there, and middle and off gets rattled. And they're back to 96.
Huge for Victoria. Big play from them. I think they just got to keep targeting the stumps. 4 balls remaining. See if New South Wales can get back to triple digits.
Right, in on the legs. Yorker length. Spills into backward square for a run.
I think from playing a lot of indoor cricket myself, and especially in finals, 99 versus 100 is a big difference. I think looking at the scoreboard and you're chasing 99 compared to chasing 100, it feels like they're miles away from each other. So
it's funny, isn't it? I mean, I've often said that on commentary. And, I certainly remember it from my Z grade days as well. But you just see this delivery. A lot of spectators are like, "Oh yeah, well, big deal." But the people that play, yourself, you've played Australian juniors. You've played plenty of the open men's. It actually makes a difference. It's only 1 run, but it's huge.
Yeah, certainly. Just looking up at the board and seeing, I know everyone says, don't look at the scoreboard, just play cricket. That's definitely what you want to do. But looking up at the scoreboard and seeing 101 is definitely going to be in the back of their minds. Whereas seeing 90 or 99, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it definitely changes the way you look at things. So Victoria have got a big job on their hand. I definitely know they can do it. They've scored big totals this week. But this will be a good run chase.
So 101 on the board for New South Wales, batting first in the under-16 girls preliminary final. Thanks so much for joining us right around Australia. We're live from the Ipswich Indoor Sports Centre. I'm Cameron Walter with Alex Floros. And there's plenty more action to come from Ipswich today. Hope you can stay with us. The next game at 4:45 Eastern, it's the 16 boys preliminary final between Western Australia and Victoria. At 6:45 Eastern, Western Australia and New South Wales in the 18 girls prelim final. And to close out the day, Victoria and WA in the 18 boys prelim final. And of course, for the 16 girls, WA have already advanced to the final. The winner of this game will take them on tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. So for the 16 girls, you're looking to see that match, that grand final, 11:30 a.m. tomorrow, Eastern time. Hope you can join us then. And, it's going to be an exciting run chase here. 101 on the board. That's going to take some getting. It's, we've talked a few times about that. Well, it's that psychological barrier, but you're going to need 4 really good pairs here. And what was characteristic of that innings from New South Wales, particularly that third pair, under the pump throughout, still have managed to put 101 on the board. For Victoria to chase this down, they're going to need a similar approach.
Definitely. I think the 3 overs in that third batting pair is probably the best thing for New South Wales, is that they it was very hard for them. Victoria made it hard, but if they ended up just losing wicket after wicket after wicket after they lost that first one, and they end up on 0, that fourth over in that batting pair probably doesn't happen, and use Victoria well on top, but then that total could have been 80. So I think same thing for Victoria when they bat. They just need to think about that. If they get a hard over, that's okay. Everyone's allowed to bowl well. Everyone's allowed to field well. They bowled some good balls. New South Wales are going to bowl some good balls. But I think if they do lose a wicket, it's just keep going, keep going. I think if they can not get overwhelmed with losing a wicket, if they do early, and just try and continue and just keep working hard and get it to the last batting pair in a final, that's all you've got to do.
100%. Just looking at some of the players that can do the job for these two sides in the second innings, it's interesting to me, Cadence Waters, the leading wicket taker in New South Wales, not playing in this game. So they'd look to Herezchuk, Augustine and Robson, who've got 10, 9 and 8 wickets respectively. Stevens and Boyd, they've also got 9 wickets, so plenty of firepower in the bowling attack there for New South Wales. You know, on the Victorian side with the bat, well, it's hard to go past Rituja Teleka, who's got 166 runs at 20.75. Arul, 115 at 16. Narendran, 124 at 17. So plenty of solid bats as we see Arul and Janeja take the court to open. They've got the firepower with the bat here to do this, Victoria. It's going to be a fascinating contest here, the run chase, folks. Settle in at home. Hope you are enjoying the coverage live from the Ipswich Indoor Sports Centre. Sudden death indoor cricket here. Lily Herezchuk is going to get us underway with the ball. We're just about ready. The run chase starts now. Oh, gee. Oh, Janeja had a back turn, and I tell you what, that was out, I think. Janeja held her ground, but left just before the ball hit the bail. They get away with that, Victoria. Oh, it's just so hard, isn't it? Janeja was right to go back based on where it hit, but you know, for the budding cricketers watching at home, you go back, but then you look. You've got to look at your strike batter who has vision of the ball and trust their call.
Definitely, I think especially the way Arul hits the ball, she's very confident with the way she hits the ball. She hits the ball very clean and quite hard. So I think if she thinks she's got it past the fielder, as the other batter, you just need to trust that.
2 leg sides in a row. It's helpful for the Victorian cause.
I think for Victoria as well, I mean, 25 a pair, one with 27, they'll get this total. So I think not trying.
Oh, collision. What's happened there? It's called in. That was tight. Now, a rule's got to run around her. You know, I harp on about this rule all the time, Alex. She has to run around her. You can't hold your line. I'd be having a word to her as the umpire. It's about play safety. You can't run into someone fielding the ball. Leg side to close out the over. An 8-run opening over for Victoria. Good start. It's good. This is the first, 16s, under 16s division. You just see Ebony Winston bowl her first ball. It'll be a dot. Yeah, for a while now, juniors, it's been the under 17 girls and the under 15 girls, just 2 divisions. This is the first tournament where we've had the 3 divisions, which is great to see.
Yeah, it's really good. I think the more young boys and girls that are playing cricket is always good. And I think in the 16 girls, it was interesting to see there was no Queensland team, which I thought was quite interesting. But then also having an ACT team was awesome. So everyone's kind of pulling their weight. We're getting as many plays as we can, and that's all that it's about. Is just getting as many young cricketers playing indoor cricket. I know that for me, I love seeing juniors playing cricket. I love giving back to the sport. I mean, I can sit here and watch juniors play all day, every day if I could. I love seeing it. I love helping them.
Yeah, some of my favourite memories, Alex, were coaching you in juniors many years ago. Except for that final we lost, so let's not talk about that.
Yeah, we'll leave that one out of it.
2 runs there.
Victoria are batting really smart here. They're not trying to hit 40 to start off. They're just hitting their twos. If they get a bad ball, I'm sure they are going to try to put it away. But this is very smart batting. Just hit your twos, hit your twos, hit your twos, and let the score take care of itself. They don't want to let New South in here. When they've got 100 on the board, if they just get 1 wicket, they can really roll with that.
Yeah, and 1 wicket, even 1 wicket a pair hurts. I mean, I think if Victoria only give up 1 wicket a pair, they'd probably still win this match. But what it does do is it keeps the pressure on them all the way to the last ball.
Yep.
If they can't get ahead in the game, then the pressure stays there, and chasing in a final, in a sudden death final, that pressure's multiplied. Here's Robson. Again, into the gap for 2.
Yeah, I think something that a lot of people don't think about as well is that in indoor cricket, if you hit a 2 every ball, you hit 192 as a team, which is enormous. So I think definitely if the ball's in your area is to hit the ball, and if that is hit the ball to the back net, hit the corners is the right thing to do. But they don't need to do anything silly here, Victoria. I think if they just keep hitting their 2s, if they bowl a good ball, is just getting behind it and not making that a wicket, instead of just try and make something happen when they bowl a good ball, I think they'll be well on their way. They're already on 20 after 2.5 overs. As a rule, plays another great shot.
Yeah, and looking pretty comfortable too, which is, again, it's another one of those psychological aspects of the game. If the batters look comfortable and look like you're not going to get them out, so somehow it feels harder to get them out.
Definitely, and I think as well something that we've been doing is, especially in the Rockets, if someone bowls a good ball, is just get behind it. They bowl their best ball and it doesn't get you out,
That's a win.
They're going to need to change it,
Yep.
especially in juniors. They want to get wickets, so they're going to try and maybe change something a little bit, and then that's the ball that you can take advantage of. So,
here's a chance, and they convert New South Wales. The aggressive calling doesn't come off this time, and a huge wicket for the New South Wales side pegs back this excellent start for Victoria.
fantastic fielding in the front court and a good throw to the back.
Yeah, all too often you see in that situation that trying to overthrow the ball or hit the stumps themselves. That throw, as you see there on the replay, just straight to the receiver. A little wide, but right, at least the right height and right pace.
Definitely. That
the receiver could affect the wicket.
And I think that's the wicket that New South needed. We'll see how it goes from here.
That's a no ball too high. And what I like about that is a rule absolutely threw everything at that to maximise the scoring opportunity. They get the 2 for the no ball, they get the 2 for the runs. That's smart cricket.
Yeah, 4 off that ball almost makes that wicket a dot. So that's good batting from Victoria. New South will be very happy to take that wicket, especially the way they got the wicket. It was good bowling, good fielding. It's something that makes you feel good when you get a wicket like that. So I think Victoria didn't really make a mistake. New South Wales just did really well. So it's good from them. We'll see how this last over goes.
Oh, it's put down. It was almost a return catch for the bowler as well. It probably would have been wide, so the three-line fielder had to go for it. Sharp chance, but costly one for New South Wales. Oh, no. They get away with it, Victoria. Just a little bit of a fumble. Took the third effort to pick the ball up. Keep the scoreboard ticking over. It's now 23. Oh, sent back right to so, and the fumble. See there's an example. The service back from the three-line fielder there with a bit of traffic in the way. Just needs to be right over the bails.
3 chances in 3 balls in this over. Victoria have got away with one here. If they can get out of this over without losing a wicket.
Yeah, that time the right call. It is just a single though. 2 balls remain. Right on par at the moment. Stop ball. She got a little glove on that, I think. Final ball of the partnership. Oh, dropped again. That's 4 chances in the over. New South Wales had a real opportunity to take the lead in this match. Instead, Victoria have posted 26, which is exactly what they need to do. They need a couple of pairs of 25, a couple of pairs of 26, and they've done it. But crucially for New South Wales, what Victoria haven't done is get ahead in the game. So it's almost like we're still even Stevens.
Definitely, yeah. I think if you're New South Wales, you're happy with that, other than the chances that they miss. But scoreboard alone, I think New South Wales are happy with that. I also think Victoria are happy with that. So game is still very much in the balance. And
that's something I'm happy about too. It's a contest. Hope you are enjoying it at home. Again, we're live from the Ipswich Indoor Sports Centre. There's lots of people around at the junior tournament, plenty of players and their parents and supporters. And lots of you watching around the country as well. Hope you are enjoying the coverage, as I say. Gurveer Padam and Millie Peshavaraya are at the crease now for Victoria. Amelia Dan will bowl over number 5 with a spot in tomorrow's final on the line. Edged. Safe. Through for a single. Straight back. Oh, 2 at one end. This should be out, surely. It is. Absolute suicidal run there from Victoria. Nerves early in this second pair, Alex.
Yeah, I think New South Wales have done exactly what they needed to do. A wicket in the first over of a batting pair is something that can really change the game. Pressure now right on Victoria. If I'm a Victorian in the Victorian corner, I think I'm telling the batters just keep working. Don't try and make up for that now. Again, to a ball. Just keep working hard. Don't try and make something happen, because I think if they do that and it doesn't pay off, it could be game over.
One of the things I'd like to see this New South Wales field do, and that ball's a good illustration of it. Victoria have been hitting the ball quite hard through that cover point region, and the ball's falling outside of the reach of the fielders. They should be a little bit straighter. That's going to try and block the drive, but also set them up, to your point earlier, for the ball if it comes off that net. That's going to be out. It is a deflection. It's gone straight to the stubs. That is an absolute fluke of a wicket, but they'll take it, New South Wales. It just kept going and it beat it to the crease. 2 wickets in the first over.
Well, I don't know if that was good fielding, but they'll definitely take it.
Planned. It was planned. Surely,
yeah, that was controlled slap towards the stumps. That is, -7 off the first 4 balls. You can't ask for much more than that if you're the New South Wales outfit. But again, as you said, Cam, I think they're better off even if they bring the offside guard back a little bit and put cover a bit straighter.
Yeah.
And back a little bit.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like they're just going to bump the ball through like the point cover region.
Yeah.
They're still going to hit the ball hard. So I think if you're going to do that, he's playing to their strengths. If you're a New South Wales team, even if you're bowling it there and they're hitting the ball hard, you're still getting the ball in your hand as a fielder.
Sent back, and that ball hit the stump, so it was a good decision. -6 off the first over. A great start for New South Wales in the second pair. We're on even keel until this over. It'll be very interesting to see how Victoria go about fighting back from that over, whether they do try and hit their way out of it, or your point, just try and knock up the 2s. I mean, still with 3 overs to come, they can hit 2s and get their way to 25.
Definitely. I think Victoria want to stay in the contest as long as they possibly can. So I think this over they really just need to consolidate. Obviously that wasn't the over that they wanted, but that's okay, that happens. It's a fantastic shot, exactly what we were just saying. So I think if I'm in the Victorian shoes right now, that wasn't the over we wanted, but start fresh, next ball, and just try and keep hitting your 2s, and definitely after this over try and be 0 or in the positives for your batting pair, and then you can build from there.
Augustine, the bowler. Oh, jeez. That's out. Oh. That's tight. Just a little bit of confusion between these two. The calling hasn't been good so far. Had a couple of instances of them both in the middle of the pitch or at one end.
Yeah, I think there needs to be discussion between the two batters here just to trust each other. I think that's that's what they need to be doing. I think as well the non-striker needs to just be taking a few steps, not just taking off straight away, because it seems once they do that, if they're already halfway down the pitch, all New South Wales need to do is get the ball clean and get it to the stumps, and it looks like it could be out. So big moment in the game here.
It's a wide. I think the other point as well is that once a call's made, trust that call. Even if, yes, trust your partner, but sometimes we're seeing one of the batters say yes and then hesitate. No, you've called yes.
Definitely.
Go, you know, commit to the call.
Yeah, definitely. I think as well, even if that's the wrong call, if you commit, there's still a chance you're going to make it.
That's
Whereas
right.
if you make the call and then you turn back and stop, that's where you're going to both be standing in the middle of the pick. So at least I think if your calling isn't going great for this game, I think at least still make New South Wales make the play.
Definitely.
Not just both end up at the same end or in the middle of the pitch.
Deflection off the non-striker. It'll be a dot to finish a much better over there for Victoria. 9 runs and they're back into the positives, and there it is. 2 more overs like that and they get to their 20. Yeah, not quite 25, but they certainly don't want to leave this court with less than 20 if they want to just really keep the pressure on New South Wales.
Yeah, definitely. I think Victoria will know that they've got some firepower to come with the bat. So they'll be happy, especially they're only 3 after 2 and they've worked really hard that second over after being -7, I think, after the first. So if they can just keep clawing back and just keep chipping away here, kick it in the corner if they need to, hit that ball when it's there, and just get their calling on.
That's a no ball. Boyd, the bowler, she's played that above her head. Yeah, I know it's a spinner, but that's a no ball.
Definitely.
Yeah. That one was probably past the crease by the time it got too big. But yeah, I'd be really looking for that. And I'd certainly be getting in the umpire's ear about it if I were the Victorian bench, or the bat for that matter. It's a no ball off the pitch, and again they make contact, but it will be out. A clean piece of fielding there on the 3 line, and New South Wales make them pay. Finding regular wickets here, the New South Wales side. They're making life very difficult for the Victorians.
I think New South Wales got away with one there. I think very good fielding. I'm not taking that away, but I think that no ball plus a 2, and then it turned into a wicket. It's a 9-run turnaround.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you're defending 101, 9 runs is enormous.
Yeah.
So huge play from New South Wales.
Oh, another wicket. 2 in 2 balls. New South Wales take control. Well, in this second partnership, just keep finding a way here, the Blues. And what this does is this is just piling on the pressure onto the subsequent pairs. It's about giving the last pair an opportunity to win. So, look, a minimum you'd think they'd need to be 61 at the end of the third partnership. So, again, that's not that far away from where they are now. But that's got to be their minimum benchmark, Victoria. Another no ball. They don't chase that one.
I'd be interested to know the thought process from the Victorian coaching staff at the moment. Do they go their best pair next? Whereas I think if this pair came out, say, with 25 and 50, you probably put your best pair last.
Yeah.
But I think you don't want to leave them to the last, and then there's
too much to do.
Yeah, there's no chance of them winning. So if I was in their shoes, I'd probably be batting their best pair next.
Yeah.
At least try and stay in the game, and then see what happens at the end. So.
Yeah, agree. There's look, I've seen it so often, including at the tournament last week and in years gone by, where the best pair comes out needing 70. You know, what's the point?
Yeah.
You know, if your best pair can come out and get 40 or 50, well, it's game on.
Definitely, and I think this over from Victoria, they just need to really think about momentum for the next pair. Obviously, they're not where they want to be, but this is all about momentum. If they lose another wicket here, it's going to make it extremely difficult for the next pair to come out and try and gain momentum. So this is a big over, even though, look, they're only on -1, which they don't want to be, but this is all about your next batting pair.
Eddie the bowler, and gets a dot there. It's up, taken, a deflection to the net, and she reacted well and affects the catch, and that piles on the pain here for Victoria.
That's a very good catch. Great reflex. It did pop up quite nicely for her, but getting in that position early enough to actually get a hand on it, that's very good fielding. And that's exactly what we said Victoria didn't need, but what New South Wales did need. So
Foot, the bat must have got down in time. Looks like her feet were out of the crease, so gee, that's tight. 2 balls remain. And it's an important couple of runs there. Just wait for the call. Yeah, it is 3 to get back to -3. And I tell you what, it's great to see the incoming Victoria batters over here having a smile and a cuddle with one another. Yeah, that's a great way to take some pressure off, isn't it?
certainly is.
Surely that's a no ball. Apparently not. Dot ball. And brings the partnership to an end. -3 is the result. And New South Wales in control, but as I was saying, the incoming pair, it's a great way to relax yourself. Remember, this is a game.
Definitely.
You go out there and have fun playing that game, and you're more likely to execute your skills. And, they're 79 runs away from victory here. That's going to take two of the best partnerships, probably the whole tournament, certainly of the game, if Victoria are going to win it. But you never know. You're not going to do it if you come out all doom and gloom.
Definitely, and I think as well, I've been coaching against these teams all week, and it's been such an amazing experience for me to see how close all the teams are, and as well how close all the teams are with each other. Everyone is here to play cricket and to compete, but they're also, all the teams are here, they're all friends. I know my team are very close, and I know all these teams are as well. I've been chatting to the coaches and the players throughout the week. So I think, as you said, they're out here, they're playing with their mates. That's what you want to do. You come away for a national tournament, you're playing with mates, you are here to compete, but you are still here with your friends. So I think that is definitely the right way to do it. As you said, a huge job if they can get this done.
Surely that was off the pitch. Well, it's in the book as one. Might have just landed. It certainly wasn't wide because you got some bat on it. Gupta and Golapudi are the third partnership for Victoria. Haresh chucked the bowler. I'll tell you what, I'm sorry if you can hear me fiddling with my headset, but I've been wearing it for a while now. My ears are starting to... Oh, that's out. She's backed up too far, and New South Wales, they cash in again, Alex.
Certainly do. We've seen that twice now. Wicket in the first over of a batting pair. That's coach killer, that. But, I mean, New South, they're good over so far with the ball. They're getting the ball where they want to, and, setting that straight field, as we spoke about earlier, or hitting the legs. So at least, again, they're bowling to one side of the wicket or letting them hit straight back down. But I think the batting, the non-striking just needs to, as I said before, those 2 steps are crucial so you can get back and you're not getting run out if you non-strike, either striking balls. No, that's out as well. Yeah.
2 and 2 balls.
That's very good fielding.
Yeah, it's quality stuff from New South Wales. And I tell you, one of the things that hasn't gone well for Victoria in this innings is the calling. The decision-making between the crease and the communication between the two batting partners, just about in every skin, has been nervy.
Definitely, and I think as well, as you said, if they can, as you said earlier, if they only lose 1 wicket per skin, they can still probably go a good way to winning the game.
Yeah.
But when it's from bad calling, that's a big momentum shift. So I think as when you're batting, if you make the wrong call and you run your partner out or run yourself out, makes it feel like you've lost more than just 1 wicket.
Yeah, it does.
When you're batting. So I think that's also been something, whereas I think New South Wales, when they batted, even when they got out, Victoria were getting them out. They weren't getting themselves out.
Yeah.
So, look, I mean, New South Wales have taken advantage. That was some good fielding. They fielded well, but also Victoria have given them a lot of opportunities to field well. So,
yeah, and they might feel because they're so far behind in the game that they have to take those aggressive runs. Maybe that may be the case, but It certainly wasn't the case in the first couple of partnerships where the same thing was there, yeah?
Definitely not, especially the first over of a pair. That's where you really need to set your foundation, and then you can build from there. Whereas losing a wicket and then being -8 off the first over makes it very difficult to get back up from that.
So -8 off the first over it was. The bowler for this is the 10th over, Ebony Winston. Beaten that time inside the line, so a dot ball. Gone without the ball there, I think, Robson. So you get through for a single.
One thing New South Wales have done very well this innings is hit the stumps when they've been fielding. There's been a lot of direct hits. I know there was one earlier where it was good service to the back stumps, which was awesome. But the amount of direct hits they've got, and I think, you know, Victoria, when they missed those 4 chances in the over, there was missing the stumps, whereas New South Wales have hit the stumps. So
it could be taken. Just fall safe. Get away with it. They're going to need a bit more luck like that, Victoria. That's 10 runs off the over. They'll need, well, to do that just about every over now, and then some.
I think if you're New South Wales at this point, you're trying to, I know the game looks a long way away, but you never know what can happen. I think if I'm New South Wales, I'm trying to make sure this game is done in this skin.
Yes. Fair delivery. Could have left it alone, but prefers the runs off the bat, 2 of them. And this is the challenge as well when you're chasing a big total, is you can't eat up too many dots.
Yeah, definitely. I think if I'm the fielding team, dots and ones are huge. Dots and ones are massive. I think that's something that we've been working on all week, and I think everyone should take something out of that, is dots and ones are something to celebrate. You don't need to take wickets. Wickets are great, but if you can just continue just bowling dots and only getting ones or even 2s sometimes, that's really positive. And I think especially when they need a lot here to win the game, dots and ones are something to celebrate. Even 2s are almost something to celebrate here. So if they can...
so that was 3rd ball they had to go. And a fumble at the back here. Reshchuk can't affect the wicket. Again, Victoria will take a bit of luck. Scoreboard seems to have gone on a break. She got back. It's a dot ball to finish, and 3 runs off the over. 1 over remains in the partnership. So the TV screen here, that is the scoreboard, seems to have gone off. So that'll get some love from one of the owners here at Ipswich, Kev Alutinen. I'm not sure we need to stop the game.
No, definitely not.
You don't need the scoreboard. You can just call the score out. Well, yeah, that's got me. The score book is working. We will all know what the score is. There's also, 74 runs between the two sides. I think we could probably go without the scoreboard for a little while, but we are going to take a break. So while that's happening, folks, why don't I recap what's happened so far today? Well, the scoreboard, the TV's awake again. But so far today, we've seen Victoria win the minor semi-final in the under-16 boys. Victoria win the minor semi-final in the under-18 boys. WA win the under-14 girls, and Queensland win the under-14 boys. Both of those prelims are back away here. And it'll now be third ball. Oh, there's an opportunity there again for New South Wales. This is the last couple of overs, those direct hits we've been talking about, the clean hands, it's just fallen away.
Certainly has.
Yeah.
I think they're still creating chances, which is great. But yeah, definitely the difference between the first two pairs and...
there's another example.
Definitely, yeah. Whereas those in the first few pairs, everything was hitting. So...
Yeah, and it's important for New South Wales that doesn't happen. They can't fall away. If they do go on to win this game, and it looks like they will, they've got a spot in the grand final. The skills need to be sharp. So this is just another example.
Yeah, definitely. I think momentum as well is there's never a time where you don't want to be on, especially when you're fielding. You've now got a chance to hopefully win this game. It looks like, as you said, it looks like they are going to. But what you need to do is when you're bowling is not let off. You've still got a game tomorrow if you are to win this game. So just continue bowling what you need to. You don't want to get into bad habits.
One ball remains in this third partnership. There was a leg side, and they will opt to have that again. There's another one. Got to get your money's worth. Better have it re-bowled. It'll be a single, the backward square. And the partnership is 16. The total is 39. And New South Wales all but certain to complete this victory and advance to the final, but 4 overs separate them from that final. Didn't mean to ask, Alex, the lights here at Ipswich, I guess the older style lights, the old halogen type lights, a lot of centres these days have got LEDs, so more consistent, brighter light. How was it playing with, I noticed that some of the lights are a different, even colour temperature, for example, so what did that mean out there on the court? Was it any different?
Yeah, I think when we first walked into the centre, because I was playing obviously last week, we trained on the Friday night before because we had a game the Saturday night. So walking in for the first time, I thought it was very dark. And when I batted it in there for the first time, I found it extremely hard to see the ball. Again, facing people that are bowling like the Rockets do. Even if it is bright, it's hard to see. But I did find it hard to pick the ball up, but again, when you get into a game and it's a brand new ball, it's easier to see. And as the week's gone on, like I now walk into the centre and don't think it's dark at all.
Yeah, it adjusts.
So I've been here for 2 weeks now, so it makes it a bit easier for me. But I think after day one, it was pretty normal. So I think the difference is though on each court, there's something a little bit different. There's a different backdrop on every court. There's something a little bit different on every court. So actually being able to adjust to what that court is. I mean, at the end of the day, you just want to be focusing on the ball, but it's easy to say that. There's always the outside distractions, I guess they are. So as you went through the week, it was much easier. Like there was no issue, but yeah, definitely walking into the centre for the first time and talking to other teams and other players, they felt the exact same.
Yeah, interesting. As Augustine is bowling this, the 13th over. Talakar and Narendran are at the crease. Again, 2 Victorians that have scored plenty of runs. Perhaps would have liked to see them come in third to the point we were making earlier. Yeah,
I definitely would have sent these 2 in third. I understand why they didn't, because they're the best. They have scored plenty of runs. So I think if the first, second, and third pair got them to 60, I think they're probably pretty confident. But unfortunately that didn't happen, so now they're in a point where they're going to have to hit, and the norm is probably the highest batting partnership of the tournament to win a final. So not an easy job.
One to come. It's 2 runs through square leg. And 11 runs off the first over there. That's a good one, but unfortunately not enough for Victoria, who need, what do they need here? Another 54 runs from 3 overs. Not impossible, but gee, it'll take some getting.
Yeah, definitely not impossible, but big task ahead, I think. Yeah, it's a lot of unnecessary wickets, it seemed, in the first 12 overs, whereas I don't think New South really gave Victoria many unnecessary wickets. So, yeah, huge job if they can get this done.
Amelia Dan bowling the 14th.
Had a great first over.
See again, just the radar's disappeared for New South Wales. It's hard to believe the last wicket was back in the 9th.
Yeah, I think New South Wales did a lot of hard work early, which I think is going to save them. And well, not save them. So they did the hard work. But I think, yeah, as you said, that's a great shot. As you said, their radar's been a bit off in the field now. They're bowling a few more wides, not taking wickets. So I think if I'm the New South Wales coach, I'm saying you've got 3 overs to go. Let's really push hard and make sure if we do win this game, which we should, that we're ready for tomorrow and we're doing the right things.
Couldn't agree more. 1 ball to come. It's the over. Another good one. 9 runs from it for Victoria again. Won't be enough. Move to 20. 2 overs remain in the match and in the tournament for Victoria.
Would have been very interesting to see how the game would have panned out if these two, or this total was scored off the first 2 overs of the second batting pair, and
yes,
they were on 46 after 6.
Yeah,
that would have been very interesting to see how the game would have gone. Because as we've said, that New South Wales have dropped off a little bit, but in saying that, they did some very hard work in the first 12 overs, so they've kind of got themselves in a position where it doesn't really matter if they do that. So.
Robson is the bowler, starts with the leg side.
I think if you're a bowler now as well, you're thinking, even if I don't take wickets, I just want to be dialing in where I want to be bowling tomorrow. So this will be the last time that they get to bowl before the grand final tomorrow. So I think if I'm bowling, I'm definitely working out, if I'm bowling, I'm trying to swing the ball, it's the old ball swinging, things like that, just trying to really dial in what I want to be doing. Because again, unless they can take almost 40 off this, well, these next 2 overs, they'll be playing tomorrow.
That was smart calling that time from Victoria. It was sent back initially. The return went back behind the receiver and a call of override, and they responded quickly. Nice little down up 2 on the offside for the left-hander.
Yeah, it's a bit disappointing that we didn't see these batters bat a little bit earlier. They're batting very smart. They're just waiting for that ball in their area. They're hitting the ball, they're hitting the side nets, and they've got themselves to 27 with very little risk.
Chance to get through for the 2. And what that does, it's easy for us with the power of hindsight, but if you know that your first pair and your last pair are the best in your team and they are the most reliable and likely to score you 25 plus, send them in first and second in the run chase. Because what that does is it forces New South Wales to counter that and throw their best bowlers at them as well.
Definitely.
puts more pressure on the field. So if you're going to back the rest of your batters to get you home, you might as well do that in an environment where they don't have to face the best, and there's more pressure on the fielding side.
Yeah, definitely. I think if they're batting first, different story.
Yes, totally.
Because you want that real momentum, good start, soak in the pressure of a final, and then you want them to be batting last to probably face the better bowlers, get yourself through, get your momentum into the bowling innings. But definitely if you're chasing, especially 100, whereas I think if that's a bit lower, the first pair doesn't do great, maybe you can save them.
Yeah.
But I completely agree with you. I think they should have gone. Good fielding. They should have gone a bit harder early with their batting, so they could give themselves a chance. I mean, the game was pretty well done after almost 8 overs, really, unless there was some serious batting. But yeah, I completely agree. I think they probably should have gone a bit harder earlier.
There's a wide. They're having it again. They are. You always got to get your money's worth, folks. Oh, she lets it go through to the back.
Rare misfield from New South Wales.
Yeah. Well, again, it's a sign of just some of their standards slipping. You know, they're going to win this convincingly, but to carry a little bit of this into the grand final, you would hope not. Stevens, of course, the bowler for the last over.
I think if I'm the New South Wales coach, I'm not too happy with this last skid at all, to be honest. Like, obviously, they've done their job. They did the hard work early, which made this not really matter result-wise. But yeah, I think looking forward and looking for a grand final tomorrow, they would have wanted to be a little bit cleaner. I think the bowling's been okay, but just a little bit sloppy in the field, which I wouldn't be too happy about. Yeah,
again, they've not taken a wicket since the 9th over. In a lot of respects, haven't even looked like doing it.
Yeah.
It's a no ball.
Should be re-bowled.
Yep.
Could it be?
Oh, God, wouldn't you have loved a 7?
Yeah.
Just for the absolute remote possibility of a miracle. So the final ball now, final legal ball of the match, and I'll get through for a run, and there it is. New South Wales have won the preliminary final against Victoria, 101-88. It'll be a heartbreak for Victoria. It's been such a close competition. I know they'll be disappointed, but they are such a strong side, and I hope we do see these players come back again as they bat through the ranks of the age groups here at national championships. But for New South Wales, that's a strong performance with the bat. They backed it up certainly in the first half of that innings with the ball, and they'll be pretty pleased with that victory.
Yeah, definitely. I think knowing they can do that when they're fielding those first 8 overs, as you said, will be a big confidence boost for tomorrow. I think they just need to go back, have a good recovery, and get ready for tomorrow morning's game and see if they can knock off the very strong WA outfit.
So don't go anywhere, folks. Coming up next, 4:45 p.m. Eastern Time, it's the 16 boys' turn, Western Australia and Victoria in the sudden death prelim final. I will mention for you again, for those that are following the 16 girls, their grand final is tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. and that will, of course, now be Western Australia up against New South Wales. But until then, ladies and gentlemen at home, thank you for your company. Alex, thank you for yours. And for Sportscast Australia, for Cricket Australia, and for Alex Floros, I'm Cameron Walter. Thanks for watching.